but I'm sure they'll be very kind in the process. All right. So now that we're live, I want to officially welcome everyone to the showcase day. This is actually our fourth showcase day. And every time we're preparing towards the showcase day, there's always this uh, excitement. There's also this tension. So, and excitement because, this is the final day. You're looking forward to this particular day, but tension because you know that you have to put in your best. But I think on the side of the team, it's always a lot of hard work, right? So I want to first of all start by acknowledging the work of the programs team, Christine and Gold, for putting every single bit of the program together to ensure that it brings a lot of value to the startup founders. I also want to acknowledge the facilitators, our faculty members who have dedicated time out of their busy schedule to really spend time with the founders. I also want to appreciate the guest founders who actually showed up to share their story, to open up about things that they would not share in public. It was an amazing time, and we're super grateful. For those who are just experiencing SDC for the first time, SDC is an organization dedicated to really empowering a lot of founders across the continent. And our focus is on the primary education. So this means that the very foundational level is where we really pour our resources into. Many founders have either gone ahead with a particular project or a particular idea and they did not really see a lot of progress. And so they're confused and worried about what next to do. We also have individuals who want to become founders one day and they're looking for the best platform to actually learn the very basics so that they can build their startup. And SDC literally dedicates its time and resources to that. And we have two major programs that are live. The first is the Startup School, which is a live which is a self-paced online school for anybody who wants to learn the very foundation, the very fundamentals of what it means to be a founder in today's world. And then we have the programs, which is the second program, which is the SDC Launchpad. And it's the graduate program of the startup school where students get to put to practice everything that they have learned in the startup school. So the founders that we see today are individuals who have gone through the startup school and who have gone through the 8-week rigorous, intense pressure cooking experience of the Launchpad. And we've been able to select 5 of those individuals to share what it is that they're going to be spending the rest of their lives doing as founders, solving Africa's biggest problems. And I'm really excited that today has finally come, and I cannot wait to see what growth would actually come out of this, what partnerships will come out of this, and what impact will come out of this. Thank you all so much for spending time with us today. I cannot wait to see you all at the end of today's showcase day. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Cynthia. Okay. All right. So next we'll be inviting um Sprints to make a brief presentation. They're one of our partners that ensure that this Launchpad program is a success. So let me add them on stage. I
Hi everyone. This is Reem Ruhaim. I'm a partnerships manager from Sprints. And thank you for inviting me for this day. It's my pleasure to attend the showcase with SDC School. I would like to introduce my company very quickly. Actually, Sprints is an ultimate platform, works on assessing, hiring, and upskilling global tech talents. We started in 2019. We started in Egypt, and it's 6 years now. And we've been working in 11 countries across the Middle East and Europe. Actually, our agile learning methodology is designed and developed and delivered with the top-notch experts, aligning their practical hands-on experience with the job market requirements to offer agile business simulated, highly interactive programs. And actually, one of our edges is our exceptional platform with a lifetime access to the learners, acts as a one-stop shop for assessing the talents, engaging them in effective learning journeys, and at the end of the loop, placing them and matchmaking them with the local and global employers. One of our very successful partnerships were with the SDC school, startup school last year, where we started um entering the Nigerian market, and why we thought of Nigeria as the first African country, or actually it's in the West Africa country to enter, because we believe so much that Nigeria is one of the highly developed countries in technology, and we believe that in the coming years, Nigeria is becoming a hub for the highly qualified tech talents globally across the world. And actually, through my experience last year visiting Nigeria a couple of times, I found that the entrepreneurship industry is actually booming and is actually developed in Nigeria. And from this point, we were very happy and proud to partner with SDC School, and I've met. People before a couple of times online. I've met Cynthia, and it was a very nice meeting before. Um, uh, from this point, we were very proud to partner with SDC School and to provide your youth or all your pool of entrepreneurs and founders with the latest highly demanded technology skills that will help you guys in becoming more efficient, in becoming more productive, in saving time and effort in your day-to-day work. And from this partnership, we would be very happy to provide all SDC school pool of entrepreneurs with the JIC, the Generative AI Certificate Program, designed specially for entrepreneurs, the thing that will help entrepreneurs get to know the latest AI tools in the market, how to use them, how to utilize them in their day-to-day business. And the best part of it that we have a live session every now and then with an expert that tells you the latest and greatest. And of course, we're going, you will see on the platform of SDC, inshallah, on the coming days, the launch of the program. And we'd be very happy to start the first launch with free access for a number of people from SDC school pool of founders and entrepreneurs. Um, uh, this program, as I said before, is mainly designed for entrepreneurs to best utilize the AI tools in their business. Uh, and yeah, this is a very quick and short intro about who we are, about our partnership, how we would love to start our partnership with you, beautiful people. And in the coming couple of weeks, we're going to have a webinar talking more about technology, talking more about utilizing technology, talking more about Drive for Entrepreneurs. So stay tuned, and thank you for your time.
All right. Can you hear me now? Okay, yes, you are. Okay. So thank you so much, Rim, who I am. I don't think I got your name right, but it's fine. So next, we are going to be doing a brief process on the pitching that is going to happen. So our pitchers, our launchers, they are ready to pitch their startup. So they have you have just about 5 minutes. You have just about 5 minutes to pitch, and try not to take excess time. So the judges are watching you. they are watching your presentation, your they will tell you everything they're looking out for afterwards. So the first founder to pitch is Crop Zone. So Crop Zone, are you ready? So let me just check if they are ready. Crop Zone, are you ready? If you are ready, unmute your mic. Okay, let me add you to the stage. Okay, okay, all right.
How you doing,
Okay,
Chef?
so Crop Zone, you have about 5 minutes to pitch your startup. So you are the first. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can
Yes.
hear you.
Okay, that's good. So you are our first founder to pitch. So I'm sure you do well. So great job.
It's all right, sir. How good? Hello, are we good to go? Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we are good to go. We
Please
are good to go.
confirm if you can hear me. Okay, thank you. So, this is Crop Zone Africa. It's an agro-tech platform that connects farmers, aggregators, and the exporters together. So now, the problem we are trying to solve is that in Nigeria alone, we have over 90% of cocoa produced by smallholder farmers, and yet they are facing with a lot of issues, difficulties like low pricing, warehousing, and logistics for them to survive, despite the fact that they really contribute to a larger percentage of Nigerian economy and about 6% of the global supply of cocoa across the world. Now, on the other hand, we're also trying to solve a problem for the exporters that are looking for quality agro produce. Now, a story of a Krishna, an Indian exporter who came to Nigeria to source quality cocoa produce, only to pay an advance payment to a supposed aggregator. And this was not meant until after a month, and eventually he lost about 40% of the revenue due to increase in the price of the commodity that he ought to have gotten in the past few weeks, let's say 4 weeks. And why are we doing this now? The market is ready for it. As we all know, the growth in the production of cocoa and cashew across Africa. And Nigeria is the fourth largest player in this industry. And there is this technology advancement that makes it easy for us to now solve this problem. That shows that the time is now. And there is going for sustainability in terms of increasing consumption of cocoa and chocolate. That is the produce from cocoa across the globe. Now, what are we trying to do here? When you look at the page, you see that Horizon is trying to solve the problem for both farmers and the exporters. So you can call us a digital aggregators between farmers and the exporters. So for farmers, the problem we solve for farmers is that they are able to earn more by being able to skip many middlemen that actually affect their price at the end of the day. And by doing that, they will be able to increase their revenue. And we have for the exporters, their main concern is to have adequate and quality supply of this commodity. So while we solve the problem for the farmers, we will now be able to solve the problem for the exporters the more by working with the farmers closely and offering them better prices and enhancing their standard of living. And the product we are trying to build is a marketplace where we'll be collecting farmers, the aggregators, and the exporters for them to have better transaction to facilitate their trade, to have efficient trade. And also give them warehousing services and logistics services at the end of the day. Okay, so now you can see we have the farmers here. That's the next page 6. We have the farmers that are struggling to do better with their life despite their hardworking nature. And we have the aggregators and we have the exporters. So we are trying to bring all these ecosystem players together. Now, when you look at the market is so big that it's growing at 13.04% per annum. And in Nigeria alone, the market for cocoa is about $6 billion in Nigeria in 2024 alone. And that of cashew is 60 billion naira as well, $6 billion as well. And our saleable obtainable market is 80% of the entire market. That is $4.8 billion. And our saleable obtainable market is just 10% of this that we're able to achieve by 2029. So we are looking at a 480 million to $500 million market size by that year, by 2029. Our triathlon show so far, we have over 500 cocoa farmers and cashew farmers in our community already, and we have more than 20 experts that are ready to do business with us. And this is what we grow on a daily basis or on a monthly basis. And so far, we have done over 15 tons of cocoa in supply to exporters. We have done over 30 tons of cashew, over 200 million worth in transactions value, and over 30 million naira in revenue. We have a partnership, we have collaboration with industry players like Cocoa Institute of Research, Cocoa Institute Research, Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria, that is Queen. We have Lotus Bank, our banker. We have Capital Go, a fintech partner. We have Association of Cocoa Farmers and Cashew Farmers as our partners too. Now, business model, our revenue streams. First, the main revenue stream we have today that is working for us already is that we have a 15 to 20% markup per transaction while doing this, while still offering the better price to the farmers. And we have 5% warehousing charge, and we have 5% delivery charge, I mean, commission from the partners. Our forecast by 2027, we ought to reach a 13.5 billion naira revenue, and this is how we compete with the industry players, New Greek. So we have direct link, quality supply, instant settlement, better price, personalized support for the farmers. And these are the team. Our farm manager and co-founder is have 15 years of experience on the field. We have our CMO and myself. I have over 5 years experience in the fintech industry. And our act is just 200,000 USD. About 50% of it will be used on liquidity to facilitate our transactions. 30% warehousing and logistics will be used for that, and we spend 30% on marketing and products, 7% on the products, and these are contacts, uh, information. Thank you very much for your time. Uh, Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman. So I will invite our judges to ask you questions. So let me add them to the. Okay. Okay. So, Victor and Austin, are you here? You can on your video and unmute your mic.
Hello,
Is
can you
anybody?
hear me? Hi.
Yes, we hear.
Hello, I can hear you.
Okay. So Christine, who is going first?
Okay. You can go first.
Are you sure? All right.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay. Um, nice pitch. I love the fact that it's an agri-based business.
Thank you.
Population keeps increasing. There's demand for food. People need certain amenities, and thank God it's cash crop, cashew, cocoa, very important.
Thank
So
you.
well, I have a few highlights that I think I noticed, and maybe a few questions, right?
All right.
The first is I didn't get to understand your solution clearly.
Okay.
So I understand the problem, right? I didn't get to understand the solution clearly. That's one. Secondly, um, it seems you have two customer facing ends. We are talking about the farmers and also the exporters. Why are you doing both? Why are you not facing one at a time? And maybe when you gain traction on one, then you move to the next. So those are my first two questions.
Yeah, thank you very much, Victor. So, for the question, for the solution, let me start from the second one, actually. Why we have to solve for two of them simultaneously is because of the fact that they are interwoven. Do you understand? It's just demand and supply. If you are taking care of the farmers to be able to do more in terms of produce and get better prices, then there comes the issue of the market, and that's where the exporter comes in. So we have to bring them together at a time, and because the issue with the farmer affect the exporters, why the issue with the exporter also affect the farmer. So there has to be a platform like Crop Zone to bridge the gap between them. So what we are trying to do is just to create a marketplace where the ready exporter come to us and where we bring the available farmer that have produced quality produce to the same platform. They will bridge the gap between the two of them. So that is the solution basically. So we have not found a reliable solution that actually solve that problem currently.
Okay, all right. Then lastly, you spoke about your experience. You said you have some years of fintech experience.
Yeah,
Uh, do you feel having a fintech experience would help in agro?
definitely, definitely. But as a matter of fact, I have background in finance. I have a degree in finance, and agri is one aspect of finance. We have agri finance where we talk about corporate theory. So there's a lot of lessons that we can learn in finance that help the farmers too. I know this. We are talking about the pricing here, and pricing is still part of financing. So that will be a very big way to help with finance. So my experience in fintech and finance will definitely help the farmers, no doubt.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Victor.
Hi, Mr. Osman. Good
Uh,
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Apologies. I've been having serious technical issues this morning.
Yeah.
Um, so to a large extent, um, because of my technical difficulties, I was unable to get to really understand the business model. But I know you operate in the commodity space, so I don't know if I would love to create your indulgence to just explain to me the business model again, and yeah, that way I can be able to ask more intelligent questions.
Thank you. So, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, thank you very much. So, now we create CropZone as a platform, a marketplace that brings the exporter and then the farmers together to have an efficient transaction. You understand? There is no efficiency. There is a lot of friction in that industry. So, while doing this, we act as a digital aggregator in the first instance by having to purchase, as the case may be, from the farmers. And while doing this, we might be having, or we're having a margin between 15 to 20% on a particular transaction. So that's the model that is working currently. And the other one is the warehousing service. So
Okay.
some of them might need to pull their produce in a warehouse. They don't have that already. They don't have that infrastructure. So if you do that, you'll be able to charge them at least up to 5% as charging for the service. That will be in future. We have not been doing that actually. The same thing with the commission from logistic
Uh,
charge when they need system. Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Good. You got it. So you're currently operational.
Yes, yes.
Okay. You have the exporters.
Yeah, yes.
Do you have the exporters?
Yes, we do. We have them already.
Okay. And your current process, does it entail you building a platform, or you just do direct to customer? You just reach out to them and engage and say, okay, I have this exporter, give me your crops, and how does it work? Is there like a tech component into in your platform?
Well, we only have a website that actually speaks to what we do, but we have not really built tech to facilitate some of these things. It's a very new
Okay.
company. So we are doing much of the work offline first, then we can use that experience to build online. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Um, so again, I have like five questions I want to ask. Because commodity space is a space that I am sort of interested in. Sometime
Awesome.
last year. Um, so I know this space is already um enveloped with a lot of middlemen, right? And so how do you intend to navigate, or you just want to be part of that cohort? Like you'll be just a middleman, you get the crops and you sell the crops to the exporter. Is that the strategy for you?
Yeah, very good question. Thank you. So, um, what we want to do is that, we emphasize on the issue of pricing for the farmers. And like you
Right.
said, there are a number of players making it already. In fact, if you build the pyramid, we have farmers, we have minor aggregator, we have major aggregator, we have exporter, local exporter that are big, we have smaller exporter that are local, we have foreign exporter, we have big and minor. So it's not about 7 to 8 branches. So what we're trying to do is just to cut this chain before you even get to the main importer from abroad. So what we are trying to do is that we want to cut as many middlemen as possible. And by doing this, we believe we'll be able to offer better price for the farmer because nobody seems to care about the welfare of the farmer currently, not even the government's initiative in that industry. So that's
Hmm.
what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
I, I I do not think that is accurate. Um, I know that companies like Olams and Flamu
Mm.
and even Julius Berger, what they typically do is that they give farmers seedlings, and even before a crop gets um, harvested, the multinationals like this become automatically become off takers, right? Unless maybe you are looking at a category of farmers that are not being currently serviced by these multinationals.
No, not
Um,
only that, that
so
you mentioned might even be part of the problem because when they give them the seedling before the
yeah,
farming process, they control their price, and most of the time it's not favorable for them. Most of the times.
hmm,
So when they are given the seedling before
okay,
the farming period, they have control, too much of control over them. At the end of the day, they don't get the good price they are supposed to get.
okay. So essentially, what is your competitive advantage in the light of um, all these forces? What what how let I mean I know this is a pitch, right? And I know this is someone wants to invest, right? Why how do you stand out?
Yeah, thank you.
What is essentially the competitive advantage? How are you different from every other aggregators currently in the market?
Yeah, thank you. So I would say the first one is we offer currently a personalized support for them. So this is different
Well,
from
what does
any
that
other.
mean?
What it means that we, even before they start selling, we go to them. What do they need? Do they need sap? Do they need some fertilizer? Whatever they need, you know. So we have a deep relationship with them. Like they are like friends to us. They are like brothers to us. They're
Okay.
like sisters to us. So
So,
that is one of
so
those things
what
that
what so what region particularly, I mean, across Nigeria, I mean, if you offer personalized support to one region, that is understandable. But if you're, I mean, if you're going to offer personalized support across Nigeria, that's a lot of, I believe you're going to run yourself thin. So that's a lot of work. So how I mean, given that you are trying to build a platform that um that solves this problem, how is a personalized support a competitive advantage for you?
basically just one of them actually, and we hope to scale this. This is just the first stage. So let's suppose you
Okay.
want to enter Ondo market, for example. We can go there, have that relationship with them first and foremost, and then we can start the business with them. We know this might not scale as we move on, but that's just the first step in the direction. So, but the other thing
Yeah,
I want to mention
go
is
on.
that is better pricing. So we actually offer better pricing. We ensure that the pricing we are
Okay.
offering them is the best they can ever get among other allocators. So that's another advantage that
Okay.
I think we have.
I think it's something to think about, right? Great. It's I love the business model, to be honest, and I my two advice would be um to secure both the buy side and the sell side, right? I think that way you could build your competitive advantage. So for the buy side, that's the exporters, right? You need to have um
Yeah,
you
that's interesting.
you need to have the exporters, right? I mean, you should be like that source of marketplace is actually a very difficult platform to build. So you need to have and consolidated effort in the exporters, right? And then for the sales side, you need to, because I know for a fact that most buyers, they have specific need. For example, cashew, they'll be asking for the NL 150 or whatever. Right? So you may need to work on building that directory of exporters, right? Then for the sales side, I think you just need to collaborate with other um, aggregators, either by means of setting up a community or by means of, I don't know, maybe like a partnership agreement. Like that way, um, you could standardize this personalized support you want to give to a large um, chunk of the suppliers. So those are just my two key observations. Are you there? Please, can you hear me? Maybe it's my network.
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, please, are you? Is anyone hearing me? Oh my gosh.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. My network went bad. So, we're going to welcome the next team to take over, and that's Team Start. But before they come on stage, just some few clarification. For the judges, please, we want to see your faces. Please, make sure your camera is on. And for the question and answer session, let's try to minimize it to one question per, yes, one question per judge, to maximize the time slot that we have. Okay. So Team Stash, are you ready? Okay, so I'm going to add you on stage.
Good afternoon, Christine. Please confirm that you can hear me.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to me. I'm hearing you well.
I have my colleague Paul Osehale as well.
Okay, sorry, Stash box. Before you start, just remember that it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes, please. Let's keep it in. 9. All right.
Okay, I should hold on.
No, keep to
Sorry,
time. It's
please,
5 minutes.
Christine,
5 minutes.
do I
Are
have
you
the
hearing
floor,
me?
or are you saying I should hold on for 5 minutes?
No, start. You have 5 minutes for your pitching.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Timmy. I'm presenting on behalf of Stashbox. Next slide, please. Next screen. Okay, so before I proceed, I would like to ask if you have ever been stranded at a bus stop when you are without cash or without card. And if your answer is yes, like mine would be, who came to your rescue? In that picture, I'm sure you can see the people that came to your rescue. The red umbrella, the green umbrella, somebody by what at one corner, and all of that. At Stashbox, that is the solution. That is the target market, and that is the niche market we are speaking to. We are focused we are focused on digital loans to where Nigeria has about 356 trillion funding gap for MSMEs in general. But this afternoon, that is not my problem, actually. My problem is that we have 2 million mobile money operators who are agents, POS agents. You see them everywhere. They do about they have about a working capital gap of about 1 trillion naira. That's about 666 million daily working capital for their cash in and cash out payment services. And of course, some of them in the morning, resumes at 9 a.m. and it closes by 1 p.m. Why does it close by 1 p.m.? It closes by 1 p.m. because that's the money he has. 300,000 naira, the 500,000 naira, that's when the money finishes. He goes back home to sleep at 1 p.m. because he has customers but doesn't have working capital to do this business. All right, so at Stashbox, we are trying to make it available. So what are our solutions? We are providing the screen before this, please. So what are our solutions? Fast loans. We are providing accessible, affordable, and customized digital loans to over 2 million Nigerians. And what we are saying is that beyond the loans, we are also running an aggregator-driven model and putting scalable products on scalable structures. And we are talking about aggregators, the super agents, people, members of Amban, Aposun, and all of that. Super agent, mobile money operators across different layers. Next slide, please. Next slide. All right, so this is the target market I was trying to explain. This is the POS operator. You can see that's the primary market. And of course, for every one POS agent we onboard, we also expect a referral of 5 individuals in a year. Next screen, please. Next slide. Okay, so this is a TAM. This is a $48 billion market. That speaks to the entire ecosystem, payments, transfer, bills, and all of that. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because we are only targeting $666 million, and that is the loan overview for the mobile money operators, the 2 million mobile money operators. And what we are focused, just 10% of the market share. We are looking at 200,000 agents in the next 5 years, availing a loan of $66 million to them. Next slide. Okay, so these are the products that we have. These are digital products that we have. MVP that we are launching next month, April 1st. Next slide, please. It's a mobile solution focus on digital. So these are our traction. I'm happy to inform you that this is not just an idea. We have disbursed about 200 million to 300 mobile money operators in the last 8 months. We have realized about $10,000 in revenue, and then from friends and families, we have also raised over 150 million naira. That's about $100,000 from friends and families, and this also helped us to secure our license, Stash Microfinance Bank. As I speak to you now, we have a bank we can call our own, Stash Microfinance Bank Limited. And we also plan to launch the MVP April 1st, 2025, with over 100,000 people on the waiting list. Next slide. Next slide. So these are 5-year projection. We plan to get 1 million users in the next 5 years, and then we plan to disburse $26.6 million in loans, and we plan to get $24 million in revenue. The income will not just be from the loans alone, but from the loans and the payment structure that the agent will help us with. Next slide. Next slide. So the computer speaks to having a scalable structure with a scalable product. Next slide, please. That is the edge that we have over our competitors. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are business model. We are giving out loans at 120% per annum, and we are taking funds at 20%. Our business model is very simple and straightforward. We are having 100% annual revenue income that we are projecting. Next slide. This is the team. We have 39 years of expertise across different sectors: fintech, finance, technology, logistics, payment industry, and all of that. Next slide, please. So this is about, so like I said before, we are partnered with Flutterwave, with AWS, with InterSwitch, and also with Amban, the cluster organizations, and also with different cluster groups as well. We have our Start Microfinance Bank, like I said earlier. We have our FCCP license, as I've said. We have our loan license as well, and we are duly incorporated. Next slide, please. So this is the last slide. We are seeking to raise $300,000 in funding, $200,000 in debt, and $100,000 in equity funding. Thank you. I'm open to more questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Timmy. So I'm going to invite our judges on stage for a 8-minute session of question and answer, where each one of them will ask you question. All right, all right. So look, you can start since your network wasn't really good the last time. And please, we want to see your faces, so turn on your videos also.
Uh, yeah, I'll try to do that. Victor could go ahead. I will join in with the question.
Okay, all right. Victor, you could go ahead since it's trying to fix.
Okay, all right. Honestly, I have so many questions. Well, I'm from a fintech background, so I might have one or two interests, but so many questions. Okay, we have one question, so I'll just try. I don't even know where to start from. First, you say you have an MFP license, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, so we have an MFB license. We have the AIP, and then the final what's it called? The final license it will be out any moment from now. But we have a physical office. We're incorporated. We have the structure and the integration. Just waiting for the final CBN approval. So to answer your question, yes, we do.
You have a license, MFP license,
yes,
right?
we have a license. Yes.
Okay. Well, not to portray so much about that. When you started, you were discussing about digital money operators, right? The likes of guys that you could transfer and receive money from. Now, for your lending business, are you lending to individuals or you are lending to those guys?
Please, can you take that again? I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. You said you had, for you starting up, right? You discussed about these mobile operators, the likes that would receive transactions and give you cash, transfers and give you cash, right? So what I'm asking is, are you lending to them or lending to individuals? And how sure are you that they need loans? Because from what I can see, those guys need cash most times to receive digital transaction, and they exchange cash for transaction and vice versa. So do you think they need loans? And are they the ones you're lending money to?
Yes, to answer your question, yes, we are lending to the mobile money operators. And do they need loans? They do need loans. As a matter of fact, a lot of these guys operate at below 50% of their capacity because they've maxed out the cash that they have. So today now, a lot of government, there are a lot of, I'm sure maybe you see some pictures right now. Empowering POS agents is probably one of the easiest. I'm sure towards the next campaign, 2027, you see a lot of government officials taking pictures of POS agents and things like that, because it's the cheapest way to empower people. with 25,000, 30,000 naira, they have POS, and with 50,000 naira, they can start the business. But the question is, when your daily capacity grows to 500,000, 1 million every day, and your working capital is 50,000 naira, you can only cater to the people that the 50,000 naira can cater to. So there is a huge funding gap in this sector. And with what we have started in the last 8 months, we were shocked. We were shocked at the level of need that these people have. And they are even willing to take loans as high as 120% per annum, just to be able to meet up with the customers, because they make way more than that. An average of them makes about 5,000 to 10,000 on a daily basis.
Okay, well, last question I have: how do you make sure you get your money back? You give loans to those guys. How do you handle your KYC or KYB or whatever verification system you need to make sure that you get your money back from them?
All right, thank you so much. So what we have done is to layer them in structures of agents, super agents, aggregators, and all of that. All right, to in order to make it scalable, like I said earlier, laying a scalable product on a scalable product, so on a scalable solution. So the two things: scalable structure and a scalable solution. All right. Now, how do we get our money back? That speaks to the onboarding process, the credit, the profiling, and the KYC. So what we do is we do an ID check. We get their BVN, get their NIN, do their biometrics and all of that. We also do their credit bureau check to be sure that they are people that you can lend money to. We get their statement to also get their capacity, and all these things are things that we also do through APIs as well. So out of about 100 requests, we don't have to give the loans to about 100. So we profile about 40 to 50% who meet our credit risk criteria, who have the capacity, who have the character, who has the pedigree to also take these facilities. So we give these loans to them. So when we have those systems, we give the loan to the right people. Yes, but even the right person may also have reasons not to pay back. So what we have done in this case is, unlike other loans, and these are our unique selling propositions, unlike other loans when you take loans for 3 months or 6 months, no. What we do is we sign a 2-month contract with you digitally, but every 2 weeks you pay down. So I give you a loan of 200,000, for example, which is average loans of 200,000, for example. I give you 200,000. Every 2 weeks you pay down. Every 2 weeks, immediately you pay down, you take the loan again. Immediately you pay down, you take the loan again. The concept we are trying to imitate is like the banking system, where in the morning the head cashier gets money from the vault and distribute the money to the teller. At the end of the day, if you're a teller and you get, let's say, 1 million naira on your cubicle, you must return that 1 million naira back. Okay, or else if you don't return that 1 million back, you cannot close that day. So the system we are trying to run is, I give you 200,000, you pay back 200,000. Immediately you pay back, the loan is reavailed back to you. So like a revolving loan. And for us, with term default, immediately you're not able to pay back that loan immediately, it is classified as default, and we start pursuing it immediately. And I will shock you that as of today, we have less than 4% default. In fact, at some point, between 2 to 4% default, one of the lowest rates you can ever imagine in the loan industry.
Okay, thank you. Well, I see that means you'll be doing a lot of cash payment back. No, have you heard of charge authorization? I guess that might be an easier way for you to get your money back. But nice business proposal and nice concept. Thank you.
Thank you. I've heard of it. It's part of things we also plan to incorporate. Thank you so much, Victor.
Okay. Hi, Timmy. What's Timmy? Quick question. What is the rate you give money at? What is your rate?
So we do 10% weekly, 5% bi-weekly,
Wow.
10%
Wow.
monthly. That's 120% per annum.
Okay. 120% per annum. So 10% weekly. Wow, that's
10% monthly.
Okay.
10% monthly.
Okay. Got it. So right now, do you have any reactions towards that? Like, or it just works fine for them?
This is like a blue ocean, is a blue ocean strategy, right? You don't have people who are lending in this space. So because we are what they want. So, and the loan, and what they've told us is what matters to us is speed. I need money now, I get it now. I don't want to be queuing in the bank for 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I need money today, I need it today. If I pay down today, I must have that same money today. And that is what has worked. So it's speed over pricing. And honestly, this rate is something that they are paying back without complaints, because even without complaints. So we've not had any pushback. But the only pushback we have had regarding the rate are the partners. These people are in a group, they are in a cluster. We have the AMBAN, we have that's Association of Mobile Money Operators of Nigeria, who have about 1 million POS under them. We also have the APOSUN, who are the Association of POS Users of Nigeria, who have another about 1 million or 500,000 under them. So these groups, when we try to negotiate with them in group, they say, you know what, if you are coming to us as a group, as a cluster, you may have to come down from the 10% monthly to about 7% thereabouts. So which is honestly still gives us a very good margin. So whether we are using the partnership approach or the individual approach, we are still in money and we are still making money.
Got it. Well, like, how large is the team right now?
So at the moment, we are about 10. We're about 10 at the moment.
Okay, that includes support, yeah?
Yes, everybody. The developers are about four developers, then marketers about 3 or 4 marketers, and then support about 2 support. So about 10 of us.
Okay. Is this your full-time job?
Um, hmm, that's a that's a bit tricky. So for now, I do not do this full time for now, because the
Okay.
revenue coming in cannot afford to cater to some things yet. But it's something I intend to go fully if we're able to raise funds and scale. But we also have
Okay.
about 70% of the workforce are full time.
Got that. Got that. So obviously, I think there are people that are in the space that you already know, like Money Africa is in the same space. But I think that the space is large enough. If you can have that much traction, it means that there's an opportunity that is there to be had. Um, so the question is, what do you see the future like, and why are you doing this?
All right, thank you very much. Good question. The future is big. The future is big. In fact, as a matter of fact, this strategy is like a Trojan horse strategy. What we intend to do is to penetrate the market through the agents. But the agents are not just only the focus over time. As we move forward in the next 1, 2, 3 years, we want to use the agents as a launching pad to get the users. So we want to make the agents are like mini banks. So we want to use the mini banks, the agent, to reach out to the people around them. In our projection, we are projected that we are going to get 200,000 agents, and these 200,000 agents will give us nothing less than 1 million users, other individual users. So if you have one agent who has a lot of clusters around him, he can open an account for us. He can do a lot of third-party solutions for us. So that is the winning advantage, or the unfair advantage that we have over others. Because if you can flip the switch, once we have these agents, we can have a geometric growth in terms of individual users in just few months, and we can cross the million landmark. I don't know if I was able to
What
answer your
what
question.
happens when someone? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I had the question. What happens when somebody comes to the market and needs the market with better rates
Yeah,
at
like you
scale?
said, yeah, you are right. If the person, but you are right. Even at the moment, there are people who claim that they do loans, but the question is, the loans that they do is not targeted at these people. So the issue is not just about the pricing. The issue is the intellectual property, the ability to develop the solution that adequately speaks to what they need. Is like an overdraft system. You take it, you pay it down, you take it again. You pay it down, immediately you take it again. once you have that limit. So like an overdraft system that runs almost on a regular basis, that you don't have to keep applying and applying. So if the computer has both the pricing and the intellectual property to match this, then I can say, okay, that can be a real competition. But if it's just the pricing, I'm not even bothered about that, because like I said, it's a game of speed over pricing. Thank you.
Hi, Timmy. Good afternoon. Um, I mean, I love your pitch so much, and where I mean, the two judges have asked most of my questions, right? And the way you explained it just gave me so much joy. I believe this could be the next big thing, right? To be honest,
Thank
to some extent, when Victor and Tolu were asking their questions, I was taking notes, right? And their question and how you were able to answer those questions sort of give me insight into your business. I believe this could actually still because Nigeria has a credit problem, right? And in a way, this could solve that, right? Um, so the only challenge I may be having will be on and I think Victor mentioned that on the identification and KYC system, how you are, I mean, how you are able, like, how you're able to give these loans to these people to and ensure that you are giving the loans to the right persons. And yes, you have you have your own process, but there's a need for us to sort of systemize that. My only question will be what is the cost of capital? Um, you mentioned that you've raised $100,000, right? So if you're giving out the loan, where are you getting the money from? Are you getting the money from the money raised, or how are you getting that principal that you're sending to this agent? Um, I I think yes, you mentioned that it is a game of speed, so liquidity might be your problem. So just give me an insight how the capital structure, how you get this money, the what is the cost of capital, like you mentioned that you're giving 120% per annum, so it means that either you're charging high, like I mean either where you're borrowing the money from is very high, or you're just charging the 120% to be able to sufficiently cover any non-performing loans. So just give me an insight into the cost of capital.
Sorry,
All right.
Timmy,
Thank
you
you so much.
have sorry, Timmy, you have just 1 minute to answer this question.
All right, thank you so much. So, like I said, we raised about $100,000. That's about 150 million, and about half of that went into the microfinance bank license. All right, and then the other half, at times it comes, it goes, 20 million, 30 million, 10 million, like that, in and out. So liquidity is a challenge. So I agree. So part of it was for the MFB, which also helped push up the valuation of the company, and of course address some regulatory issues. So those ones they are not cost that we are not paying interest on it. It's just some of the stakeholders in the system who put that money. So to answer your question, our cost of capital is at 20%. So for the debt
Per
now,
annum.
the debt is about 20%, 20 to 30% on the maximum. All right. So average of about 25%, and then we are charging 120% revenue to cover. So what we are also doing is, yes, the loans are insured. They are insured against default and all of those things. And also, we're also keeping about 20% out of that money aside, just to cater for any unforeseen circumstance. So if you do 120% minus 25%, that's about 95 to 100% margin, minus the 20% buffer, which should have about 80% annual revenue that we still play with. And our cost of operation is very small because we're a digital company. So I don't know if I've been able to answer your question.
Makes sense. I love it. Where are you currently located? Lagos, Enugu, Abuja. Where are you located?
Lagos and Abuja.
Where is your primary base? Where where do you operate from?
I operate from Abuja. My colleague Paul operates from Lagos, because Lagos is actually a very big market. So, and more of our users are in Lagos as well. So we operate from both Lagos and Abuja.
All right, thank you. That's all my questions.
All right, thank you so much. So, um, okay. So the next person is one of our partners, Data Melon. So I'll add them on stage. Okay. Hi, are you ready?
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. Hello. Good day, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, if you can hear me, good afternoon, everyone.
We are hearing you well.
Please confirm you can hear me. Good afternoon.
Hi, we are hearing you very well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for having us here. My name is Emmanuel Ezewole. I lead the tech startup arm at Data Melon. Fair enough, actually a two-time co-founder. I visited a startup before, so that makes me understand the ecosystem and how it works. And that actually aligns with the goal of Data Melon. Data Melon is positioned to supporting startups across the globe. So Data Melon is a global company, and we have a mandate to help startups to scale end to end, from innovation in innovating on the cloud, Gen AI use cases, and also scalability. And we have presence in over 7 countries, and we are still expanding our reach and network. So we're glad to be here, and we're glad to system. So I'll just give a brief about how we can support startups, or how we'll be supporting startups, and how we can also support startups in this ecosystem. The first is the Gen AI use case. So we understand that every startup pitch now is centered around AI. Just as Stas just pitched, maybe you want to also look at an AI use case that is able to determine historical data of customers, credit integrity, and all, or whatever you think AI can do for you. There's a funding on grant for your infrastructure. What this means is AWS has partnered with Data Melon to fund startups when it comes to AI use cases. So if you're here and you want to roll out an AI use case, Data Melon is able to build that for you at no cost as a POC or MVP. So perhaps you want to raise funding, and the investor is saying that, oh, until we see this traction, we're not able to send the check. You can come to us and say, hey, I want to raise funding, and the investor is saying that they need XYZ use case in our solution that is AI powered. Talk to us. AWS has put the funding on the table to say, as many that comes to you to say they need AI, Gen AI use cases, please build it out for them as a POC at no cost. So this is something that is novel and is new in the industry. Like I said, Data Melon is your go-to company when it comes to cloud, data, and AI. And we're a global company, and this is what we're doing for startups. So my role is a startup lead, and my role is to support startups globally. And if I don't support you, I'm not going to get paid. So please allow me to support you. So the next thing we do for startups is what we call web architecture review. So what this means, we've seen startups complain that, oh, their spend on the cloud is too high, right? Maybe thankfully they cannot pay in Naira. We say, oh, it's high. Now we've had this competency with AWS to help you look into your infrastructure, to help you bring down your costs. Yes, you say, how possible is this? Yes, it's magic, but it's something that we have given that competency to do for startups. So if you're on this platform and you're spending on AWS and you're saying, oh, my cost on AWS is too high, talk to us. We have certified, trained AWS staff globally that is able to work with you to ensure that your spend is being reduced on the cloud. So we've done this for many companies. We are partners to Paystack. We are partners to Carbon. We are partners to Piggyvest. Just name some top fintechs, some top startups, scale ups, enterprise, even Vodafone, GT Bank, Access Bank, and all, right? FCMB, and also we are partners to them. We are doing these services for them. So why not? We can also do it for you, even at this level of seed stage, pre-seed, and family and friends. And of course, another thing we also provide is 24/7 customer support. We have had startups say, "Oh, AWS is big, so we can't access their customer support." There's no point going to meet AWS when you have Data Melon, right? So Data Melon is saying that the whole issues, queries, and all that you have on the cloud, bring it to us. We're able to help you walk you through that to make sure that you scale and it's resolved in real time. And also cloud cost discount for those who are building on the cloud. There's a threshold that you can get to, and we have that competency to give you a discount on the cloud. And of course, our community, we're a global company, right? And we have startups all over the globe. So if you're looking at connecting to startups, build partnerships and all, we have a community of startups across the globe, right? That you can network with and discuss partnership and collaboration. And the last one I'll just say is Data Melon is launching a $2 million fund. I think this is the first time we can hear that a partner of the bless is launching such. As I said, we are big, right? And we are global. So we are launching a $2 million fund, which is tagged AI Ignite Fund. So the announcement will be all over the global. We go global in the coming weeks. You'll be getting those announcements maybe on TechCrunch, on TC Daily and all, even on your WhatsApp if you are in any founders group. The objective is to look out for AI-driven startups. So if you know you have any AI idea or you have any AI idea to drive your operations, we are looking for you, right? So it's a regional pitch. We are doing West Africa, East Africa, North Africa, UK, Europe. The grand finale will be in San Francisco, right? So we'll be flying some startups to San Francisco for those who qualify to be financed, to flying them there to pitch globally. So this is something that you want to look out for and be on the watch for. So thankfully, we're in partnership with SDC Launchpad, and we are glad to speak with you concerning all what I just outlined. So we are here to support startups, and we are glad to be partners with SDC. Please, like I said, if I don't support you, I won't be paid. Whatever be your challenge, whatever be your troubles on the cloud, if you want to even migrate to AWS, we can do that for you free of charge. So I'm a two-time co-founder, and currently I'm leading startups with Data Melon and AWS, and I'm glad to support you to scale end-to-end. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Okay, so next we have a launcher from Discord who will be giving the testimonial, and right after that, Team Propel would come in to pitch. So please remember, you stick to your time, 5 minutes, and for the question and answer session, please 8 minutes. Okay, so let me add Gabriel to the stage. So Gabriel, you have 2 minutes. All right. All right, Gabriel, are you hearing? It seems like I'm not seeing anything from Gabriel's end. Okay. Gabriel, are you there? Okay, so let's move to the next pitching the next picture. All right. So also propel. Kindly turn on your video so that I will see you and add it to the stage. Okay. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me, Kristen?
Yes, I'm hearing you perfectly well.
Hello, Kristen, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you perfectly well. We are hearing you.
Hello, Kristen, can you hear me?
Is anyone hearing me? Can you type on the comment section that we are hearing now?
Oh, thank you, Toluwani. Thank you for confirming. Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rukayat, and I'll be introducing us to Autopropel. So imagine this: you're on your way to a very important meeting. When boom, your car stops in the middle of the road. You panic, and then you're thinking, "Who do I call? A random mechanic or a friend?" So after a long wait, a mechanic arrives, but instead of a quick fix, they spend hours guessing because they do not have the right tools. You are frustrated. They are frustrated. Time is wasted, money is lost, and you're still stuck. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a daily struggle for car owners and mechanics, and that is why we are building AutoPropel. My name is Rukayat, and I'm here to show us how we are solving this problem with AutoPropel. Thank you. Next slide, please. A little bit about us. Um, AutoPropel connects car owners with vetted mechanics and provides mechanics with affordable diagnostic tools, making car repairs seamless, reliable, and efficient. But you ask, how did you come about this problem statement and our solution, right? So we spoke with industry key players. We spoke with about 25 technicians and about 20 car owners, and then we come to realize that. Next slide, please. Kristen, can you hear me? Thank you. We come to realize that about 85% of car owners struggle to find trustworthy mechanics, and 70% lack access to diagnostic tools to self-check by themselves. And also, about 80% of mechanics have limited access to affordable diagnostic tools, hindering service efficiency and leading to trial and error. Next slide, please. And now, how do you hope to solve this? Autopropel is solving this by connecting car owners with vetted mechanics they can trust. We're trying to solve this by providing remote diagnostics for quick issue detection. We're trying to solve it by enabling seamless booking and tracking so car owners can never have to guess again, right? Next slide, please. Thank you. Yeah. Now, this is our value chain. These are the people that we're working with in the ecosystem: car owners, auto parts suppliers, mechanics and technicians, insurance and fleet companies, diagnostic tools called distributors, Masquerades, we've been in contact, and then regulatory bodies like NATS, SON, FRSC, NESTRE, CSCFRS. Can you please go to the next slide? Thank you. Okay. So this is our market, right? So Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, we have here that 4.81 trillion car. We are focusing on private car owners in this ecosystem in the automobile repair industries. So with over 12 million registered vehicles, demand for reliable servicing is huge, right? So we have 4.81 trillion as our TAM, total addressable market. We have 2.3 trillion as our SAM, the serviceable addressable market. and then we are just taking out 10% of this SAM in our markets for our market share, and that is 245 billion naira. So according to Guardian, 845,000 naira is spent annually on car maintenance and repair. So now the question is, why are we solving this problem? Why now? Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. So why now? So everything has gone digital. You agree with me that everything has gone digital, and then right, there's rising vehicles ownership in Nigeria. Over 12 million registered vehicles is in demand, and we have lots of people in the urban using cars now. We have trust deficit in mechanics. Many car owners struggle to find vetted professionals, and also there is lots of digital adoption. A lot of people want convenience, right? They want to just pick up the phone and access solutions from the comfort of their home. Next slide. How do you hope to make money? Where are we getting our revenue from? Next slide, Christine. Yeah, thank you. So we're looking at getting our revenue from remote consultation, which is priced at 3,000 naira. We're looking at getting our revenue from do-it-yourself diagnostic tools for car owners, installment payment tools for mechanics, and also commission on auto parts and repairs. Thank you. Next slide, please, Christine. Now, this is our competitive pricing. We have a competitor that is doing well in the market, known as Camedis, and then we look at the solution we are giving and they will compare with what they have. Mechanic diagnostic tools for installment model. This is what we are providing. They do not have that offering. Do-it-yourself diagnostic kits for car owners. We are providing this for car owners. They do not have that currently. On-site mechanic services, they do have that. We are offering that. And also remote consultation, we both have that. Let's go to the next one, please. Now, this is our financial projections for this product. Can you go to the next slide, Christine? So our financial projections for this product is in year one, we are targeting 500 mechanics and 5,000 car owners. Our projection is 500 million plus in revenue, and our break-even point is expected within 12 to 18 months. And also we project that will expand within 2 years. And this is our traction. Next slide, please. Currently, we're exploring two key partnership. They are one of the major distributors of technician tools and diagnostic tools in Nigeria, West Africa generally, Mascrest and Terric. We also have 15 mechanics and 10 car owners in our waiting list that are really looking forward to this offering and solution. Move on, please. Next slide, Christine. Thank you. So now please join Auto Propose early journey. This is our ask. We are seeking $30,000 to kickstart Auto Propose launch, which will be distributed with product development, marketing and customer acquisition, mechanic onboarding and training, and also operational costs. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is our milestone and our roadmap. Next slide, Kristen. Okay, so I'll just so our milestones are well, we're looking at focusing on MVP development in our Q1 to ensure that we have user-friendly environment for this target audience, and also go through the user accessibility testing to ensure that it really solves our problem. By Q2, we're looking at launching our beta, and then we're on board first 100 mechanics on board. Then Q3, we look at expansion. We're looking at scaling to other environments in Nigeria, and also scaling our diagnostic tool financing. And then Q4, we are looking at seed funding to fuel our national growth. Thank you very much. And these are the team on this product, Nora and Rukaya. Thank you so much for listening. I'll take questions.
All right, thank you so much, Kaya. So I will add our judges to okay.
Hi, Karen. Um,
Hi, Austin.
yeah. So I love your pitch. I love your presentation. I know this is a big problem. Um, Good thing that you're thinking about solving it. Like this is actually a very big problem. Um, I have experience. I've experienced this myself, and to some extent, I had to. It frustrated me, and it made me um, invest in another capex that I didn't plan for.
Oh, sorry.
Um, so my question would be on your partnership. You mentioned Tariq and Mosquet.
Yeah.
How is that going? That's the first question. Then my second question. So I just ask all the question. How do you make money from this business? Right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, those are the two questions that I have.
Oh, thank you so much, Austin. Yeah, so like I mentioned, you are exploring partnership with them. So we've been to their office. That was how we um, gain understanding around the cost of these tools. We spent about 2 hours with Masquerade staff to understand how they come in the markets, how they have been solving this problem with car mechanics and car owners currently, and then we understand that they are like major distributors in West Africa. And so currently we are looking at that internally to propose partnership with them. But we haven't made any move as to partnership. So we're exploring that. That was why I said exploring that. But we've been in contact with them. We had conversations around what the tools are, the cost of the tools, how they come in, how they interact with the customers. So we know that they are reliable and credible with the fact that they are the major distributors in West Africa. So that's for the distributors that we mentioned for partnership opportunity. The next is how do we hope to make money? So, like I mentioned in the business model slide for revenue, we are looking at making money from remote consultation. So, we're looking at making money from do-it-yourself kits, the scanners, right? That between 15,000 to 80,000 naira, and the performance varies from functionality to programmability, right? So we can sell that to car owners and they will make money from there. We're also looking at making money from um, the technicians and also AutoCAD suppliers. That was why we put that in our value chain. These are people that will be interacting with. So when we vet these technicians and after diagnosing the problem, they solve that problem, we'll have commission that will be getting from them, more like this mini Uber business model. So that is how we hope to get money. And then lastly is the offering where we'll be giving out tools to mechanics where they pay back instrumentally. So we're looking at getting revenue from that side also. Thank you. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Yes. Hi. Thank you, Rukayat. Nice slides. Ah, God, I didn't wait for Austin to respond. In any case,
Thank
can
you,
you hear me clearly?
Toluwani. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, can you
Toluwani,
hear
I
me
can hear you.
clearly?
Yes, I can hear
Oh,
you. I can
wonderful.
hear you.
Yes, yes. Wonderful. So I have a number of questions here,
Okay.
and I will try to be as brief as quick as possible. The first question is, how many people are in your team right now?
Can you hear me? I can't hear
Yes,
you,
I can hear you.
Toluwani.
How many people are in your
We are
How many
just
people
two
are in your
currently.
team?
We are just two currently, myself
Uh,
and Nora. Yes.
does any of you have automotive repairs or experience?
No, 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 we do not have it. So initially, we were looking at solving problem in the informal sector, and then we
Okay.
that led us to auto propel when we're having the conversation with the mechanics that are in the informal sector space, right? So it was just a 2 weeks interview process, and then we identified that problem. So it wasn't like we have any sort of experience in that line.
Okay, got it. Do you know about um, okay, so do you know about businesses? I think there's a very popular business that is in your category that has raised some funding and has been doing well, didn't get some good PR recently. Um, but the question I have is some of their biggest challenge is around disintermediation and layering of costs as well. So the first is this: how do you make sure that the fact that you are an extra intermediary yourself does not really increase the cost of accessing services for people, at least up to a point where they decide to start contacting these mechanics and agents by themselves.
Okay, so I think the advantage we have is that we are vetting these technicians, and also the prices would be transparent, right? So they are not going to be prices that would cut their neck. So I think the part where we are vetting these mechanics and then we are ensuring that they deliver on time would justify the commission we are getting. So it's not going to we are going to do more findings on the current charges that is in the market right now, and ensure that we are not, because that's the problem we are trying to solve, overcharging, right? That's the problem we're trying to solve. So we are going to ensure that what we are giving, the offering we are giving, is justified, and then the pricing also is not affecting the cost, thereby it's bringing more problem to the solution we're trying to solve.
Okay. Okay. So obviously, I think that there's a lot more. There's a lot of research that needs to be done. Um, and I had a question around. Okay, so I already asked you if any one of you has experience around cars. So you spoke about sourcing parts, making sure that they are original, etc. Um, have you had any, beyond talking to people, have you had any experience like just watching them work or like going through their daily lives? Um,
So I didn't get that, Toluwani.
do you also
I
have
didn't get that
experience?
question.
Yes, yes, I was asking, do you have experience watching like mechanics do their work? And do you have like any experience around like maybe either owning a car or having a close and needs this service?
Yes, I do have people close to me that uses one. I do not have a car currently. And I have, yeah, day in, day out, seeing a lot of frustrations from both sides, both end, the car owners and the mechanics. I mean, I spent around 1 hour. We spent around 1 hour with these technicians, and we heard them, you know, um, expressing the pains and what they experience, because they do not have this diagnostic tool that would have helped them solve, about 50% of this thing and avoid trial and error. In fact, a man told me he has been in this business for 3 decades. Yeah, he told me that this car that I'm looking at has been here for 4 weeks, because they decouple it and realize that the fault was not where they were assuming it was. So they had to invite a specialist to look at another part of the car too. So we try to experience it by going to their environment and seeing what they're going through and listening to them as well.
Okay, got it, got it. Um, yeah, I think obviously I shouldn't be giving advice at this point, but I think um, you should look at the range of the problems and try to narrow it down to an exact space that you want to, an exact problem you want to address, because the number of different issues, as you mentioned. Um, did you learn that there's an education problem also around the access to tools, you understand, and resources? You also know that there's an education problem around that same problem for the
Yes,
people
yes,
that
yes. We
actually provide these services.
Yes, yes. The diagnostic tools, because it's technical, it requires that they understand how to decode the code that they're going to get for that issue. And so we're also looking at educating them on that. So wherever it's coming to us together to, we are educating them, and then we're ensuring, we're following up with them to ensure they are using it properly, and it's giving them it's solving the problem that they got it from. So we understand that part of the problem.
Okay, got it. So, of course, I would advise that you also spend some time looking at people that are in the market that have exited or not really exited. They are either existing in the market or have exited in any case, and trying to take learnings from where they fall short and what they are. Yes, and you cannot address
Yes.
all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Agree. Thank you, Toluwan.
Thank you.
All right. Uh, all right. Love your pitch. I'll just be
Thank
very
you,
fast.
Victor.
Since our time has gone, I think around 2018 or so, I had very similar idea. So it got so much of my interest about what you are currently doing. Um, I have some advice and maybe a few things. I'll just juggle all of them together. I, I love the fact that you're bringing analytical tools because vehicles are more of technological or computerized than even mechanical these days. Find a lot of things, and that's good that you're bringing diagnostical tools. But again, um, you know, if they are so much computerized, there are a lot of issues that could come up from that. So I would say you need to have a very strong compliance team. That's number one. If you are referring a technician to me and I own a Rolls Royce and the technician does anything wrong on my $150,000 Rolls Royce, I'm coming after you. So you need to have a very strong compliance team. You need to have a very strong onboarding system. You'll be doing a lot of human resource management. So it's not just about getting people on board. It's getting the right people on board, which is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. Aside from that, right, then the education part is there. The education part is very important. Additionally, if you are going to have an application, you might also consider having some level of offline version of it. There are possibilities of internet downtime. So you want people to reach out to you and get products. So USSD will come in place where you can, have USSD and I can just dial a certain code and, it gives me one or two answers or I can get a contact. So if I do not have internet at all and maybe I can dial a certain code and I can get maybe a number or asking me, oh, is it a Toyota or a Honda? And I select a code and I get a technician to call me at least to communicate with me. So you can also consider that. Um, I have a lot to say. I've thought about this before, so, but there's no time for it. Again, before you have your MVP or whatever, you need to do serious market analysis. And rephrasing and going back again, your compliance team should be better than your development team. You are sending people to work on asset worth that could be worth millions or even billions of naira. So you need to have a very strong compliance team because anything gets damaged is coming back to you. You are the recommendation that they have. That's all I can say for now. Great job.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you so much, Toluwani, Victor, and Austin.
Right. Thank you so much, Team Propel. Okay. So the next team to be pitching is Stella Luxury. So Stella, are you ready? Okay. Alright. Alright. So Stella, if you're working with time, you have 5 minutes. Alright. So can begin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stella Coco. I'm the founder of Stella's Luxury. It's a great honor to be here in your midst, teaching to a global audience. Thank you, my panel of judges. Um, in the heart of Nigeria's fast-growing scene, a gap exists. One that many luxury enthusiasts feel, but few brands truly addressed. Imagine this: a young professional walks into a store, eager to buy a premium timepiece or a designer eyewear, but as they glance at the price tags, reality sets in. The options are either unaffordable, question, questionable in authenticity, or simply out of reach. On the other hand, online marketplaces are flooded with counterfeit, leaving customers disappointed and hesitant to trust their purchases. Luxury should be an experience, one that blends exclusivity and affordability. That's the problem. Next slide, please. Now that now that's where Stellar Luxury comes. We are not just another retailer. We are curators of fine fashion accessories, bridging the gap between quality and affordability with a keen focus on authenticity. Our hand-picked collections of watches, eyewear, and jewelry brings timeless elegance to a broader audience. We are focused on serving affluent trendsetters, fashion savvy millennials, the aspiring luxury shoppers, gift buyers, and professional and corporate gifters. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. We, we aim from the following business lines through direct product sales, personalized service, and membership programs. Next slide, please. Now, traction. We acquired 850 plus customers in 2 years with a 9 million naira in revenue. We achieved 20% customer retention rate at a high repeat purchase. We partner with two influencers reaching over 250 plus potential customers. Next slide, please. Our team. We're a team of 4 great minds of 35 years of experience together. Next slide, please. Now, our financials. In the first 2 years, the first year, which is 2023, we're able to reach 300 customers through direct sales, product sales, personalized services, and membership loyalty programs with an annual revenue of 3.1 million naira. The next year, 2024, we're able to reach 550 customers through direct sales, personalized services, and membership programs with an annual revenue of 6.350 million naira. Next slide, please. Now, the ask. We're asking for 20 million naira for a luxury store sector. We need to be in people's faces more to create more trust, to create an e-commerce website, and to create a marketing and a brand awareness. Next slide, please. We have competitors, but our competitive advantage here is a brand reputation and customers customization and exclusivity. The demand is clear, the market is ready, and Sellers Luxury is here to redefine affordable luxury in Africa. Next slide, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Stella. So I will add our judges to this stage.
What differentiates you from like a like a shop in Yaba or in Eco Market?
Okay. The difference is we're offering exclusivity and affordability. A shop in Yaba doesn't have exclusivity. You only have maybe affordability.
What is exclusivity? Could you let me know what it means to you?
Because we are focused on serving some particular stakeholders, which I mentioned earlier. We are focused on serving the affluent trendsetters, more like the high-end individuals, fashion soiree, more like young professionals, aspiring luxury shoppers, gift buyers, people that want to buy gifts, give to bosses, all of those, give to
Okay.
their businesses, customize companies and all of those things, gifts for companies and all of those things, and the professional and the corporate gifters. So we have service lines and tailored service lines to them. So that's why we're exclusive.
Okay, got it. What have you learned in the course of the journey so far? Because you've been on this journey for about 2 years. Yeah. What are the learnings that you have that make you uniquely positioned, or you think are very vital to your success?
Um, the learning I have is I learned to be internally more resourceful. I learned to allow room for organic growth, um, to um, to proper estimating funds needs. Um, I did a lot of bootstrapping. More like have more guarantors, few guarantors in my niche and my environment, keep players around. Um, Find a minimal approach to bookkeeping to save costs for running costs of the business. And just like you, Toluwani will quote. I quote after Toluwani. Um, um, the world is my canvas, and I'm here to paint it.
Oh, got it. Thank you for that. What do you call it? I wanted to know what do you need to get to the next level, like to elevate your game? What do you think you need?
I need a physical store. I need to be in people's faces more,
Oh, got it.
since they
So
already
I
trust me.
okay. How do you distribute today? How do you distribute today?
Okay, distributed channels were social comments and shops and events. But with a physical store, I'll be able to have more distribution channels, um,
Okay,
e-commerce websites, shops and events, social commerce,
okay,
and a
got it.
lottery
What are your
segment.
margins like? Yeah. What are your margins like?
Please say that again.
Can you, yeah, what are your profit margins like per transaction? What is the typical number?
I did hear that. Say that again.
What are your margins like? What are your profit margins like per transaction? What percentage of the transaction do you take as your
Okay. The thing is, how I was able, through direct sales, I was able to charge my minimum product was 5,000 naira, and another minimum product was 5,000 naira to certain people. So that was I was able to be able to create those margins and make some money from there.
okay?
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. I think that's most of it for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toluwani.
You're welcome.
Hi, Stella. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Austin. Who am I speaking? Oh, hi, Victor. Yes, please.
Uh, awesome product.
I can hear you.
Okay, great. I
Thank
said an
you.
awesome product. I enjoyed your pitch. Summarize and straight to the point. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Thank you, Victor.
Okay, so first question: where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, to become the Nigerian's leading destination for luxury fashion accessories, synonymously with elegance, prestige, and exclusivity.
Okay, again.
I see myself in most states, I see myself in most countries. I see myself within creating more branches.
Okay. Again, right? Is that just a written document that you are reciting to me, or it's a work in plan progress? Because I can see you,
It's a
you know,
work in
trying to.
plan
Is it a
progress.
watchword, or is what? Yes, this is what we are working towards. I want to be, for example, I'm just in maybe Abuja or just in Lagos. So in the next 6 months, I want to have 2 stores in Lagos. Is it a working plan?
Okay, with the financials we're asking for, the next one year, 6 months, we'll be able to expand.
How much are you asking?
Have branches within 20 million.
So if you get a check of 20 million today, what happens next within 12 months?
So that's why I'm saying in 12 months, we'll be able to have an expansion arrangement. We'll open a shop.
Okay, let me rephrase that question. I want to give you 20 million naira now, check. And I'm asking you, what do you want to do with the money? I like your business. I want to invest. So tell me, I give you 20 million naira now. What are you doing going to do with the money?
Okay, we're open, we're ready to make more money. Planning and
Okay,
advertisements. Um,
okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Victor.
Mm, okay, so I think that's all for this session. Austin, do you have anything to say? Okay, I guess not. So thank you, Stella. So our last team that will be pitching today, that's the Zan AI team. So let me bring them on board. Okay. Hello. You can mute your mic.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you well.
Okay. Should I start? Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Joa Muksid, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Zan AI. So, over the years, the human species have evolved into the most intelligent species on the planet, and with our evolution came the advent of technology, the internet, and now artificial intelligence. Well, artificial intelligence is a technology that allows people to, or machines rather, to learn, reason, and act like humans, which means that they can help humans become more productive, and make more accurate decisions, be it in their businesses, education, and other areas of life. So, now, according to a report about the global average adoption rate of AI was about 48%, and some regions, especially in Nigeria, exceeding the global average with 70% usage of generative AI. This is due to the fact that most Nigerians use AI for content marketing, right? Like writing, generating videos, images, and text, right? And social media marketing. Which actually we have industry specific AIs that could do that even better, right? And also the whole buzz around AI is making it like very hard to trace which one is this for which. Also did the research, doing our market research, we found that most SMEs find it hard to adopt AI because of the cost implication and the technical expertise around integrating it into their business, which begs the need for Zan AI. So Zan AI is a multi-industry specific AI marketplace that aims to bridge the gap left by global giant by providing ready to use affordable AI solutions that cater to SMEs, freelancers, and big enterprises. And we do this by leveraging a partnership with several AI companies who give us access to their AI solution at a discounted rate. And then we now resell that solution to a larger audience. So we basically act as a plug and play company, right? So you come to us, you subscribe to the AI solution that works best for you, right? We have a chatbot AI integrated on our platform where you can speak to and to suggest the best solution for you, right? And then you make your subscription and just sit back and watch while we, integrate that solution into your workspace. We also plan to build custom AI solutions for big enterprises, right? By leveraging our partnership with a company called Decenter AI, right? Decenter AI provides a decentralized infrastructure platform that we leverage for training and deploying AI models. So they also they offer a platform as a service where AI workloads are distributed across multiple GPUs instead of relying on one central server or cloud cluster, which means that our AI can be trained and run in a more distributed and cost-efficient manner, right? Mean that because if it's on a cloud cluster or just one server, it's going to be really, really slow and very, very expensive. So we are breaking this down to the barest minimum so that it's going to be very, very affordable for both the big enterprises that wants to make use of our services. They also provide on-team capabilities, ensuring that what our AI operations are executed with transparency and trust. So we also leverage our partnership with Rochain, right? Rochain provides the tools for us to build agentic AIs, be it a sales agent, HR recruiter agent, trading agents, right? They make it so that our AIs are very secured, and in the process of training it, right, there are no like interference from unauthorized networks. Please move to slide 4. Slide 4, please. So our market, the total market, our available market for this AI, right, is about $1.81 trillion globally, and for Africa about $100 billion. We run. Please go to the next slide. The business model. We run an AI software as a service, agents as a service, AI data monetization, and consulting business model, which are firms that we can take about 2% of this market in about 3.5 years of our launch, right? Years of our launch, right? Our competitors are basically IBM Watson, OpenAI, Google AI, but our competitive edge against them is the fact that they only focus on big enterprises. And we take it a step further by not only focusing on big companies, but also focusing on the SMEs. Because if we don't, who will? Or the SMEs and all other small businesses around Africa and around the world also. Our team is made up of 4 people, right? Myself, being the CEO with about 6 years experience in digital marketing, full stack development, and business development. Our CTO, who is the AI expert. Our CDS, Rebecca, who is an expert in data science and analytics, and also mean stack development. And then our COO, Darlington, who is also an expert in the operational management space, right? Zan AI doesn't just make AI adoption easily accessible and affordable for businesses, because a recent update from Google executive said that Africa AI adoption can bring about $1.31 trillion to Africa's GDP by 2030. So with Zan AI, making AI adoption very, very easy for businesses and for people, we are going to contribute immensely to the continent's economy. Thank you very much.
Hi. Thank you very much, Muksi. Okay, so let me add our judges to the stage. Okay. So our judges, you can take over.
Sure, what did you say?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me clearly?
Not quite.
Is
Yes.
it
Okay.
better?
Yes, I can hear you.
I hear you very
Okay,
well.
wonderful. Yeah,
Yes, I can
so
hear you.
yeah, nice presentation. I have a few questions. I think
So
the
sorry, I,
first
I can't
is
I can't really hear you. Please hold on.
okay. Hello,
Hello?
can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now. Perfect.
Okay, wonderful. So, do you have any products that are live that you resell today? So you are a reseller. Do you have products you resell today?
Okay, that's a very good question. So first off, this idea came up because we are part of the individual track team on the SD setup tool. So we came up with this idea during the launch part. Do you understand? So we are already we already traction to the point where we partnered with the Center AI, right, and Routine for the decentralized process of building of our identity AI and also to make it secure, like by Routine. So we're already doing that. So what we're just trying to do is the moment we're done with SDC Launchpad, we are going to push out our proposal to the AI companies that we have, listed on our list, right, to get the proposal, partnership proposal, we go into them and then we still like we go like status. So right now we're still working on pushing our MVP.
Got you. But your sound seems a bit muffled. I don't know if I'm the only one that is experiencing it. But yeah,
Okay,
I got
can
your
you hear me now?
point.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's still muffled. But we can go ahead.
it's still
I
muffled.
think if anything, yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to ask, are you are the CEO, right?
Yes, I'm listening to you. Correct.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. So the question I have is like in the market today, you understand? Okay, do you have a view of how you intend to price because you don't have the product
I
yet? Do you
have,
have a
okay.
yes? Go ahead.
Okay, yes, we do. All right. So we have several AI companies that want to partner with, right? Let me use ChatGPT as a case study, right? ChatGPT, they charge $20 for their monthly subscription, right? When we went to ChatGPT, we asked them for a wholesaler's discount. So we are projecting that they will give us a discount to $5 at most, right? Out of that $5, we enter the market selling their subscription for say $18. So we have a $2 margin between our subscription, the price we're offering and the end of offering. So we're able to then divert most of the customers that they have from like through our own platform to them. So and that strategy is just one of those companies that are going to be on our platform. We have Jasper AI, we have Trilo, we have Stripe Radar, we have Notion. We have a lot of them like that. They're going to be industry specific. Like you're going to subscribe with through our channel, and with that subscription discount that you're going to have an edge with, right? You can make crazy traction from there. Revenue on that.
Got it. Got it. Who do you intend to sell to? And do you have a list of them right now that you are talking to?
Yes, we do. So we intend to mostly focus on for the AI marketplace solution, right? We intend to mostly focus on SMEs, right, and freelancers because we did a market research to validate this idea. We ran it through multiple business owners because I have been in the corporate industry for about 6 years, right? So I have a lot of I've met up with a lot of business owners and founders across different cities in Nigeria and abroad also. So I sent it to a good number of them that are operating tech businesses, my freelancer friends, and corporate enthusiasts, right? So most of them validated the idea, right, that they needed this, right? First of, for the small business owners that I have, they said the cost to even bring this is crazy. The cost is crazy, and that's why we say, okay, if leveraging a partnership, which is going to cost down the cost, gives us an edge because now they get that solution for the lower price, right? Another is the technical expertise. That's the problem that they are facing now. Technical expertise that they need to integrate. Most of them don't even know how to do it. Every company now wants to fit AI into their model, but they don't know how to. So you are that go-to person because aside from these two things that I mentioned, customer AI and AI marketplace, you also offer consultations for free, by the way, right? So for these companies, once you come to our platform and use our services, they are going to help you with the whole onboarding. The whole integration is going to be done by us and everything. So we get to recommend the AI that's best to use for them. They pay at a very, very, very affordable price, and then we help them with the integration and everybody's happy. And yes, we have right now we have about six giant companies on our wait list. We have two from the construction industry, we have two from the beauty industry, and we have two e-commerce platforms that are waiting for us to just launch on our MVP and build them custom AI models.
Okay, so they want to build their own AI models. Okay. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah, they
a
want to do
question.
with their own department.
Yeah, 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 I get what you mean. Um, so like, have you implemented AI for anybody before? Like helped them
So
with
yes,
adoption of AI as a business strategy?
yes, yes,
Okay,
we
I
have.
would like you to
So
talk about.
one of them is
Yeah, sorry, I have. I want to.
Alexo.
I want to ask some specific questions about what you just mentioned. Like, could you give us a view of
Okay,
what
sure.
the pricing of that project looked like and what you learned from that project?
Okay. For that. Okay, so a very good one of them is Bismith. I don't know if you know Bismith. Bismith is a major beauty and healthcare industry. I think they're mostly dominated in Lagos, Abuja, and some other places in Nigeria. Right. So they asked us to help them do two things. One was a chatbot that would help them with their customer service, and the other one was an AI agent that when a customer comes to their website, right, based on their skin tone, right, they take a picture of themselves, they upload it to the website, and based on their skin tone and with the way it's skin, it recommends products for them, so that it makes the whole when you first call them, that whole it eliminates that whole process, right? Just come onto our website, snap your skin, upload it to the website. The AI looks at your skin and recommends the products for you. You buy and everybody's happy. We did that project for I think 500K. That's the one for the cost for the AI chatbot. We did for 500K. The one for the skin tone thing we did for 1.2 million naira. And
Oh,
our
okay,
operational cost by the way was very very low.
got it, got it. Um, yeah, that's most of my questions for now.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
very much.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much, Zaniai. So now the judges can go to the we sent you a Google Meet link where you do the deliberation on the results of the launchers. So you can just exit here and go join the deliberation session at Google Meet. Okay. So
Can I go?
okay. So meanwhile, okay. Alright. Right. Okay, so now we'll be having one of our partners, Product Kitchen, to come give us a presentation. Okay, alright, alright.
Hi. Please let me know when you can see and hear me.
We're hearing you very well.
Let me know when you can see and hear me, please. Can you see and hear me now?
We are hearing you very well.
Okay. Okay. Hi, my name is James Nottage. Okay. Okay. My name is James Nottage. I am the director of communication. I'm going to share my screen to walk everyone through a few slides.
So, product kitchen is a place where ideas take shape. The key thing is the product kitchen, right? We are a consulting firm that leads by one guiding principle: the customer first. The interesting thing is that when we say the customer first, we are not even thinking just about you as our customer. We're thinking about the customers that are going to come to your startup, your clients. We are trying to make sure that the idea they have for a solution comes to life. We specialize in supplying all the software to the startup over the course of on average 8 weeks, give or take a few, run an MVP and anything else needed to start onboarding customers. In Product Kitchen, we offer a comprehensive range of services from product development to customer development. Because remember, your customer comes first to us. Setup and tooling, market discovery. Generally, when you are trying to solve a problem as a startup, are trying to enter a market that is maybe new to you, may not be new to you, um, may not even be fully exposed or understood in the region yet. Because of the wealth of experience we have from working with startups and doing difficult things generally, quite good at helping companies position their product for growth and success. So it's something we do as well as part of our package. Um, our target market is you, really. Companies just like the ones here at the SC Startup School page. I've been on the call, or I feel I've been on the call. We've had a really good time. We've had many wonderful ideas today. I'm so excited if we get to work with any of you. It's really interesting. So why work with us? You all have brilliant ideas, and we cook it up. Well, then at some as we're not looking at the idea, we help you take it from an idea to a scalable product. Right. And in 8 weeks, less than 8 weeks most of the time, you see your first customer paying you money, validating that truly your idea was the right one and that you chose the right company to help you execute. We've got a couple of projects, Next Easy Hub, Travel Experience. But the most important thing is that we hope to work on your next project, right? With our product kitchen is we have a partnership with SDC Startup School, where if you come to product kitchen via SDC Startup School, um, there is a discount, a massive discount actually. So we'll be very eager to work with any of the startups that presented here today if the good people at SDC Startup School send you over. And if your name is sent over to us, these are contact information. Please feel free to reach out. Yeah, working with you would be a pleasure. Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Who's going to drop off now?
Okay. So our judges are currently deliberating on on the results of our Hi, sorry about that. So judges are currently deliberating on the results for our launcher speeches. So while they are that, I would like to invite one of our launchers to give a brief testimonial of their experience this past 7 weeks at the launchers program. So I'll be inviting Faith Fred. Okay. Hi, it's Faith.
Hello, Christine.
Hi, Faith. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so I'll just be asking you some few questions while we are waiting for our judges um to deliberate on the final result of our launchers.
All
Um,
right.
so my first question for you, because you were one of our most active launchers for this Launchpad program. So how has the
Thank
session been for you so far these past 7 weeks? How has it been for you? So just be honest about it.
Well, it's been absolutely transformational. When I got the information I was going to be part of this program, I came in as it was a scholarship. So first of all, I'm very grateful to be here. It's been an awesome opportunity, truly life changing. Everything about the program so far. I think I can look back to this program like maybe a year from today, 2 years, 5 years, 10, even 20, 50 years. And I would say that very time in 2025, when I joined the SDC Startup School and the Launchpad, that was a turning point in my business. I'm sure I can point to this. So it's been really great. I appreciate the opportunity.
Okay, that's really nice. So, what can you say is your best session so far? You know, we've had facilitator session, we had different facilitators coming, we had our guest founder session from different startups, we had advisory sessions, we had review sessions. So, what can you say is your best session, and why is that your best session?
Okay, so here's the thing, Christine. You asked me to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I think the whole program to me, everything about the program is just special. I thought about it. I said, okay, I went through this program. What exactly can I say is the best part? To be honest, I love everything about the SEC Launchpad. It was just amazing. The advisory session, those sessions I had with Cynthia directly, they were awesome. I gained great insights that, shifted the direction that my company was going. Talk about the guest founder sessions. I mean, we got some real crazy insights, and I am so glad that I have the opportunity to experience the things that the guest founder said. Some truly fascinating things they said was something like, some founders said every day they felt like quitting. I'm so glad I heard that because I can relate. And I know that when I'm faced with my next challenge, I will dig real deep because I know there's a solution out there that will get me out of it. Talk about the facilitator session. They went real deep talking about the legal structures, talking about funding, everything. It was just amazing. Learning from the community, from my peers, that was awesome. Talking about founder stories that we had to go through in the case studies, they were truly insightful. So, to be honest, everything about the program was just amazing. I love it. And if you ask me, I'll do it again.
Aw.
I will.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. So, what can you give an advice to perhaps one or two persons that are contemplating if they should join the next cohort of the Launchpad? So, just give one or two advices.
Okay, so if you're looking to join this SDC Launchpad or the cohort, look, don't even waste your time. Don't even think about it. It's a no brainer. You see, in this program, I learned something. I learned that anybody who wants to go as crazy go crazy to say, okay, I have an ambition. I want to start a startup. Anybody who says that, I would think that person was crazy if they did not get the knowledge that they need, because it's absolutely irresponsible to say you want to start a startup without all the necessary knowledge and tools that you need, which this program offers you. Because as Cynthia rightly told us during the program, running a startup is not about you. And from the facilitator session to founders and all of that, we learned that it's not about you. There are stakeholders out there, there are people out there that are depending on you for your solution. They're depending on your solution. So it's not really about you. Once you understand that, you can't start a company and then maybe a year down the line you throw people out of source. People depending on solutions from you, they can't get it anymore. The people you brought in to join you as your team, they don't have a job anymore. Some of them may have given up on something else. Opportunity cost gone, and then you say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, this business cannot continue." No, it's absolutely irresponsible for anyone to say, "I want to build a startup," without getting the right knowledge. So if you're out there, you want to start your company, you want to run a startup, please, it's the no-brainer. Join the SDC Launchpad and get all the knowledge, all the information, all the networking you need, the advice you need, so that you'll be successful. When someone makes a mistake and you know that mistake, you will likely not make it yourself. So that's my advice for you out there.
Mhm. Thank you so much, Faith. It's nice hearing
You're
from
welcome.
you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
So
so much.
for our other launchers that are here also, you can just tell us in the comment section what was your favorite section or some of our past launchers in probably course one, batch two, or batch three. Just tell us what was your favorite session. All right. So, okay, so while you are waiting for them to put in their favorite session, okay, Rukayat is saying, okay, she said it's hard for her to choose a favorite session. Oh, I can relate. I look at All right. Okay. So, next on stage, we're inviting someone from the comms team to make a brief presentation for us. All right. So, Kachi, I will put you on the stage now. All right, Kachi, you can mute your mic. I'm turning your video, guys.
Hello, everyone. Good day, everyone. I know you have probably seen those links with, hello?
We're hearing you very well, Kachi.
Okay. I know you have probably seen those links with captions telling you to engage on the LinkedIn page or the newsletter telling you to read up. Yes, that's from me, Kachi. I'm part of the comms team at SDC Startup School alongside my teammate Timothy, who did an amazing job designing these flyers. I would like to start by expressing my gratitude to our principal partner, Cynthia Ichiso, for her leadership and support. I would also like to thank our facilitators, batch 4 participants, and my colleagues, Christine and Gold, for their hard work throughout the cohort, and to our judges, of course. Thank you. The links I share on the group are part of SDC's effort to encourage engagement. By putting yourself out there, you are not just representing SDC, but you're also sharing the knowledge you have acquired. Building in public has its advantages, and we encourage this kind of participation. We also have a newsletter to keep you updated on the events that happen at SDC Startup School. So spread the word. SDC Startup School is committed to making a difference. To stay updated on our latest news and events, subscribe to our newsletter. You can also follow us on LinkedIn. Visit our website to learn more about SDC. For our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notification bell to turn up updates and stay informed. We'll leave the necessary links in the caption section below. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Kachi. So she'll put in the link for our LinkedIn page so that you can connect with us. All right. So all right. So let's have a break for about 5 minutes while we wait for our judges to finish the deliberation. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, so our judges are ready to tell us our final results. So I'll just leave them for the next 10 minutes. Right. So,
Yes. So I think we are good to go. Hi, everyone. Thank you to the SDC team and the founders that are on the call, as well as uh, the rest of the judges for the opportunity. Um, and it's been wonderful learning about the awesome work that the teams that have been part of the court have been up to. Please let me know if you can hear me clearly or if I need to do something to be more audible. Um, so I'll be proceeding to just provide some clarity on the criteria that we used to select who came up as the winners, the team that came up as the winners of the uh, contest, the showcase. And I'll be going forward. I think we looked at a number of different areas for each of the various teams, and we considered these areas independently, and then did an aggregation of our results. What we found was we looked at the content of your presentation. That means the content of the information you provided about your company, what you are up to, or your team. And then we looked at how you deliver that content, if your delivery was good. And then we looked at your ability to really respond to the various questions the judges had. For the the content that you presented, we particularly looked at whether or not your problem statement and solution were clear, if the market opportunity you had identified is realistic or not, if your business model and revenue potential is clear, and if you had a competitive advantage that was clear. And then we also looked at whether or not your idea sounded scalable and if you had growth opportunities to go with that. Then we went on to review your ability to deliver that information that you've provided in your presentation or not. We went through whether or not you were clear in your presentation and your speech was coherent. We also looked at your enthusiasm and the amount of confidence you brought to the fore in your presentation. We looked at your ability to manage and handle questions effectively and to engage with us during the presentation, with us and the rest of the listeners. And then we looked at your ability to really keep within the time that was set. I think the final things that we considered was whether or not your responses to our questions were clear, if your ability if you had the ability to really address the issues that we raised or the concerns we raised, if you showed a significant sense of like knowledge or expertise, you showed a significant amount of knowledge or expertise within the area that you've chosen to address. And we also looked at your ability to engage with us in the course of the conversation. So while at this, we took our notes and we presented those notes to ourselves internally and come up with a decision. But before we present that decision on who is the winner for this event, we have decided to first start by giving some feedback to the various teams about their presentation. So starting with the first team, crop zone rather. Crop zone. We saw that was like a so I wouldn't mention specific names except if I have specific feedback from you. So I wouldn't start with naming names. But like we saw, some of you had very clear slides. You had very clear definitions of what the problem was, while some of you had a lot of ambiguity about the problem that you wanted to solve. It almost felt as if you wanted to address a lot of different problems at once. And I think it is safe as a startup to start with focusing on a specific category of customers and trying to solve a problem that they care about well enough. And we saw, of course, some of you show that level of sensitivity. They could exactly tell what the problem was, and they knew who they are addressing it for, and they focused on that group for now, while they intend to go meet or target the larger group in the future. While some other people, of course, didn't have that level of clarity, and so they had like a lot of opportunities they were looking at. So we advise you should look at a small subset of people that you can learn from what their core problems and problems that are important to them are, and address those problems. In actual fact, what we also found was that the reason why some of you really had that divergence in the problems you were trying to address was because you are very early on in the journey. Like you just maybe came up with the idea very recently, you are still learning, you are still talking to people and things like that. And that's totally fine. I think it's actually fine. And I applaud your courage for deciding to take on the challenge at such short notice and really go learn. Yes, and in terms of the number of people that you've spoken with, the amount of feedback you've collected, how outgoing you've tried to be, I think it shows a lot of courage, and I really be enjoying you to keep putting your best foot forward and keep learning. And somehow down the line you will find the answers that you need to really move forward. While on that journey, try to learn as much as possible. That is what is important. We found also that some of the responses that we had could could really be some of the pitch could really be refined in terms of like ambition. Something I found very interesting was the term sum presentation, like on market size, which is not a deck I pay a lot of attention to, because most of the data on that deck is not realistic. If you want to address the $30 billion market and you are taking 3% of it, um, and you are in Nigeria, then somehow maybe you need to be thinking about markets that are different from Nigeria. Because the whole spend on certain categories of business in Nigeria is not up to anything right now. Although you could argue differently if you have evidence to show that the space is expanding and things like that. But realistically, you could get more realistic about your expectations. You understand? And just apply some multiples, some safe multiples, as against going up out with the numbers that you put on the deck and sounding like you are going to get a get a very crazy quarter mile or something like that. So you can really work on delivering um, exact data. But the reality is, of course, we also understand that you are very early on and these things happen because we've experienced it before. So we hope that as you go on the journey, you will continue to find the courage to push harder and get better at pitching, at even getting clarity on what you are doing exactly, and that you get better by the day. I also think that obviously nobody comes fully formed, and there's a lot of learning that we all have to take. I have learned a lot of things from the conversations we've had today, and I'm sure everybody else, the rest of the judges, we've learned a lot. We are impressed with the quality of work that has been done by the SDC team, as shown by the quality of presentations we've gotten today. And we wish the team success, the team's success. Please be reminded that if you are not if you are not announced the winner in the showcase day for the showcase day today, it doesn't mean that you are not a winner. Um, it doesn't define anything about you. If anything, it should fuel you. I think even being on the stage today should be enough fuel to go harder and go make something great out there. So we really love the work that you guys have put in and we appreciate it. And we are very we have like a lot of positive energy, yes, and goodwill for each and everything that was represented today. So I've come to the conclusion of that short rendition, and I would not very short rendition, and I would be moving on to announcing the winner of today's showcase day. Yes, and so the team that led the showcase today um, is um, this is the drum rolls moment. I'm just trying to make a drum roll. The winner of the showcase day today is um, our very own um, Stash FinTech. Um, So congratulations to the Stars FinTech team for the awesome work that they've done with the presentation. Congrats to every other team that was represented again. It was lovely listening to all of you, and I wish you the best. We all wish you the best as the judges. Thank you very much. Congrats once again. We'll be handing over to Christine for the next steps in the call. Thank you.
Right, congratulations, Stash FinTech. So, would you like to say anything? Let me add you to the studio. Just say something, 1 minute, then we'll round up. Okay. So, Timmy, okay. All right. So, this brings us to an end of an end for this batch showcase day. So congrats to every other startup that pitched today. They are all winners. You really did very well, as Tolu said. That you even being on this stage today, you did a great job, and well done to you all. So we'll be taking the closing remark now. Okay. Alright, so, okay. Right. So we'll be rounding up now. So thank you everybody for joining in today's Thank you everybody for joining in today's showcase day. Thank you to our present launchers, to our past launchers, and to even those that to our future launchers also, and to those that will watch this very soon, maybe this year, next year. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Stash, congratulations. All right. So we hereby bring this event to an end. Okay. So thank you, everybody. Have a blessed day. Bye.